Flashback to the 90s. Are you there yet? Do you remember Backstreet Boys? Do you remember NSYNC? I certainly do. Do you remember these things? The CD player? This isn't even in our vocabulary anymore. But what about school in the 90s? Whether you were just starting preschool or just starting kindergarten, we all have experienced school in the 90s. Yes, the dreadful word school. Do you remember writing in cursive? I mean, what is cursive anymore? Some of us refuse to write in cursive because there's no reason for us to. No child this day and age has to write in it. But wait, what about those books? Remember all the textbooks we had to write in for practice exercises and our homework? We would only get lucky with no homework if it was a special occasion, like Halloween or Christmas. But today in 2013, school is not as dreadful anymore. We as college students have and still use notebooks and textbooks. But now, children are doing homework on their iPads and computers and to learn virtually. However, homework is minimal, which leaves children more time to play on their iPads, their Xboxes, and their iPods. Whatever mass medium device it is, they have it and you can name it. Kids are affected by media 24/7 and sometimes a little bit more than we are. The media has always been with us, whether we know it to become media literate or not. But shockingly, media impacts children just as media impacts our daily lives. According to Kids Health, kids and teens 8 to 18 spend nearly 4 hours a day in front of a television screen and almost 2 additional hours on the computer or playing video games. Kids are just as impacted by media as us. Social media greatly impacts children by the way they engage in copious amounts of time watching television, playing video games, and playing with their technological devices in general on their favorite social networking sites like Twitter. We all know Twitter, we all know Facebook, we all know Instagram. So I bet you didn't know that television impacts children's lives daily more than the computer itself. Here, I'll show you. We're starting with the
First set of questions are about television. When did you get your first television? Do you have an advanced TV like it's flat screen or some other type of HD? How many hours a day do you watch TV?
I was about 5 years old.
Do you have an advanced TV?
Yes, I do. I have a Samsung flat screen.
How many hours of television do you watch in a day?
About 5 hours.
First television, Daniel.
When I was 6 years old.
Do you have an advanced television?
Yes, I have a flat screen.
How many hours a day do you watch television? Television,
10 hours.
Marlene.
I was about 5.
Do you have an advanced TV?
Yes, a flat screen.
How many hours a day do you watch television? Questions
6 hours.
to be interviewed are about video games. How many hours a day do you play video games? How many video games do you own? How many game systems have you had in the past years? Where did you find out about your video games? Do you play video games?
Well, on weekends, I usually play about 8 hours, and on weekdays, I usually play about 2 hours.
How many video games do you own?
About 20 or 30.
How many game systems do you have?
I think.
Where did you find out about video games?
From online, like search engines, and Game Informer magazine.
Okay, do you play video games?
4 hours.
How many video games do you own?
Like 15.
How many game systems do you have?
A Xbox, Wii, and a DS.
So that's 3 game systems. Where did you find out about video games?
And a game magazine.
Did you find it out on Facebook with internet advertisements? My questions are about social media networking sites. Do you have a Facebook? If so, when did you get your Facebook and what do you use it for? Do you have an Instagram? How do you upload pictures? Do you upload pictures via computer, iPad, iPod Touch? How much time do you spend on both of these social networking sites? Did you have to ask permission before you use these social networking sites?
Yes, I do.
When did you get your Facebook?
About 2 or 3 years ago.
What do you use it for?
Candy Crush Saga. That's about it.
Do you have an Instagram?
Yes, I do.
When did you get your Instagram?
2 years ago.
How do you upload pictures on Instagram? Do you do it via computer?
I use my
How much
iPod.
time do you spend on Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook I barely go on, but I use it to and Instagram I use it like a half hour a day, like in total.
Do you have to ask permission?
No.
Facebook.
Yes.
When did you get your Facebook?
2 years ago.
What do you use your Facebook for?
To look at people's pictures.
Do you have an Instagram?
No.
How much time do you spend on Facebook?
1 hour.
A day?
Yes.
Do you have to ask your parents' permission before you got a Facebook? Facebook.
Yes.
When did you get your Facebook?
About a year and a half.
What do you use it for?
I use it to talk to family members and friends.
Do you have an Instagram?
Yes.
When did you get your Instagram?
A couple of months ago,
How do you upload pictures?
on iPad or iPhone.
Or computer?
Yeah.
What kind of laptop do you have?
Apple.
How much time do you spend on Facebook and Instagram?
An hour or half an hour.
A day?
Yes.
Do you have to ask permission?
Next set of questions are about cell phones. When did you get your cell phone? What grade? What age? How long have you used your cell phone in one day? Do you have social media networking sites on your phone, considering the type of phone you have, like an iPhone or
Get your
another
cell phone.
smartphone?
4th grade for my birthday, which was June 22nd.
What age?
10 years old.
How long have you spent on your cell phone in a day? Smartphones,
2 hours.
iPhones, what kind of phone do you have?
Well,
Have a cell
I have
phone.
an LG Cosmo.
When do you think you'll get one?
In Christmas.
How do you stay in contact with social media then?
I use Instagram, my iPod Touch, and my tablet.
Do you use Facebook on your tablet to text your friend, to stay in touch with your friends?
Yes.
I was about 8 or 9.
What grade?
3rd grade.
How long do you spend on your phone a day?
4 hours.
Texting all day? Do you text all day?
Text.
You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
So do you have like Facebook, Twitter,
Yes. I have Facebook,
Instagram on your
Instagram,
iPhone?
So there you have it. Children are impacted by media every single day of their life. Whether we know it or not, children are turned into the media just as much as we are. Television is a must for them. They're either watching their favorite cartoons or playing 24/7 video games. Facebook and Instagram have taken over children's phones, iPods, and computers. According to BBC News, 1 in 5 has a Facebook page even though the rules say they must be 13. Just like the children in this video, they ask permission. However, they still have a Facebook and none of them are of age. Cell phones are frequently used by children and they never want them to leave their side, with all their social networking sites on their phones and all the games they play, like Candy Crush Saga. According to Matt Carmichael, on October 25th, 2011, half of kids under 8 and 40% of 2 to 4 years old have access to a smartphone. If that doesn't make you listen to what these kids have to say about when they get their phone, I had to wait till 7th grade to get my phone. It just shocks me that kids have phones when they were 5. From television to computers to iPads to iPhones to social networking sites, social media is taking over children's lives one device at a time.